Free, free Palestine! Palestine!
Society. Its members sought national cultural autonomy within Europe, popularly expressed in their slogan, wherever we live.
Free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free!
Come to the land. But this much of the European population.
So what we saw in that quote was basically organised through the early trade union movement.
Either we will shut it down! Either we will shut it down! I believe in Palestine! I believe in Palestine! I believe in Palestine! I believe in Palestine! Either we will shut it down! Either we will shut it down! Either we will shut it down! Either we will shut it down!
My name is Janine. I'm here with the Palestinian Youth Movement and the UCU, the University and Colleges Union, and we're here with Workers for a Free Palestine. We're a grassroots collective of workers and trade unionists from around the country, and we're here today standing outside an arms factory. This is one of multiple actions that are happening in Britain today. There's another action in the north near Manchester, there's an action happening in Brighton, and there's also an action happening in Glasgow. And in addition to that, there's also actions happening around Europe today. So there's an action in Denmark, there's an action in France, and there's also an action in the Netherlands. And so this is part of a global movement that's responding to a direct call from workers in Palestine asking trade unionists around the world to shut down the arms factory. And we've seen in Australia, we've seen in the US, we've seen in Canada, we've seen actions happening around the world under the banner of shutting it down for Palestine, and that's what we're here today doing. So the factory we're standing outside of right now produces components for the F-35 fighter jets. These are the same fighter jets that are currently being used in bombardment of Gaza, bombardment that has resulted in the massacre of almost 20,000 Palestinians in the last 2 months. Over 6,000 of these are children. And so, the factory we're standing in front of is directly complicit in the ongoing genocide that we're seeing unfolding today in Gaza. And the actions that we're seeing around Britain are also targeting the F-35 supply chain. And so this is part of a broader effort to disrupt. And we know that, Palestinian liberation is not going to happen overnight, but we understand that the action we're taking today is part of a series of actions and a series of moments in long road to the liberation of Palestine. So with these protests happening around the country, we're hoping that people, more and more trade unionists will take action. The first action happened a couple of months ago, and there was, a humble 150 workers that took action at one site. And then a couple of weeks ago, there was a second action that saw over 400 workers take action. And today we have over 500 workers just at this site, and workers around the country taking action. And so we're hoping that this will continue organizing and mobilizing rank and file workers and trade unionists to continue turning up for Palestine. In the short term, or in the long term, I guess, we have we as the Palestinian Youth Movement have 5 key demands, and we're going to continue organizing around those demands until all of them are met. The first and most immediate one is an unconditional ceasefire in Gaza. The second one is the freedom of all Palestinian prisoners, the release of all Palestinian prisoners. The third is an end to this over 16-year siege on Gaza. The fourth is an end to the 75-year ongoing occupation of Palestine. And the fifth is an end to British complicity in Zionism. And so we're going to continue organizing, continue taking to the streets, continue mobilizing our communities until all of our demands are met.